Morning friends, it's Joyce from Deer Creek Homesteading. Just thought I'd do a quick morning routine with you guys. It's been a while since I caught you up on the quail. They were pretty little last time we checked in. So, just a quick check on the quail. They've become pretty friendly actually. They let you out of your hand, they let me pet them. Oh, there's Kayla. Come here babies. Yeah, come here. Sweetheart. Okay. Make me some declare, huh? Anyway, this is just morning routine. Don't feed the quails. Oh, look at there. They just jump right in the food bucket. I think that's so funny. Yep, they'll just let me pick them up right in the food. Yeah, I get this all to myself. Come on, baby. Gotta share. Gotta share. So, just feed the quails. This is kind of not a funny story, but an interesting story. Kayla, get out of there. So, when we got the quail, it said for food you needed wild bird feed or turkey feed or high protein chicken feed. Well, by mistake, I sent my husband to the store and he got wild bird seed. And I thought it looked kind of funny. It was like stuff you put in your bird feeder. So I gave it to the birds for maybe a week and they stopped laying. And I thought it was the change, the time change because it's getting dark. And I thought, well, this is weird. And I started feeding them the chicken feed again and they started laying. So anyway, I told you that I would show you all the mistakes we made along the way. Things we did right, things we did wrong. That was definitely a mistake. Do not feed them bird seed. Anyway, there's the quails this morning. Now we'll walk out and check on the bunnies and get the chicken feed together. So this is kind of the morning routine. It varies a little bit by stuff we have left over from dinner and how much extra of feed and stuff we have. But feeding the chickens, a little bit of cat food, some wet dog food, some black oil sunflower seeds, that wild bird feed, and then feed that I haven't been outside. A gallon of water. Then I take this blue bowl here, stick it in the rabbit feed. Put the rabbit feed on top of the chicken bowl. The rabbits and the chickens share this gallon of water, and I head outside, feed the animals. We have this light out here so we can see the bunnies a little bit. We're not going to be able to see the chickens, but here's Magnolia, and she was bred 2 weeks ago Sunday, so if everything's correct, she should be halfway through her pregnancy and we should have baby bunnies in about 2 weeks. As you can see, that flap around her neck is extremely large, which supposedly is a hormone that makes that large so that she can pull fur from there for her nesting box. So fingers crossed this time it worked. I'm just trying to look in her cage. Looks like she still has some food and water, but I'm gonna top it off since we're gonna be gone so long today. And there's Mr. Emmett. Hi buddy. Oop, you can hear Brutus back there. He's got water. I can see he just jumped and spilled his food. So I'm gonna go ahead and feed these bunnies and then head over to the chicken coop. Yeah, hi buddy. All right, so quick check of the microgreens before I leave for work this morning and the radishes. So the radishes are definitely getting dried out. They're crispy sounding. They're not really green anymore. They're turning like a light tan. Look at these guys over here. They are definitely getting there. Hope you can hear that. Very kind of crispy. So I think maybe another good week or so. And then to check the microgreens, big surprise here. Look at this salad mix. It is, I wouldn't say much different from last time, but it looks real good. Happy about that. But here is that, was it Swiss chard that wasn't doing anything last time we checked? Look at that. Tons of little sprouts and they're all red. That Swiss chard is red when it starts, and then the leaves are green with like red running through it. It's super pretty. So I'm Really happy about that. And then purple kale. Looks about twice as big as it did last time. Well, I'm just gonna fix these guys this morning and head off to work. I did seed saving watermelons last Wednesday on my day off, so I'm gonna show you guys that and post this video this afternoon. So be back with you guys in a few. Thanks. So I cracked open the radish seed pod. That's what it looked like inside. And there were 3 little seeds in there. I'm used to radish seeds being black, so obviously they have to dry a lot longer. Well, they were black when I planted them, so I'm just going to set them aside on a piece of paper and see if they turn, get a little drier. But anyway, that's what's inside the radish seed pod. 3 little seeds. So with all those that are up there, I think we're going to have a nice haul for spring when we replant these guys. Just wanted to show you guys something real quick, if it could help anybody out, but I thought it was kind of cool. My husband's been making homemade fire starters for our wood burning stove. You just take empty paper towel or toilet paper rolls and save all our dryer lint. I save it from work. We do towels all the time. I work at a vet clinic. And then lint from our dryer. You stuff the paper towel or toilet paper rolls with the lint, roll them up in wax paper, and use those for fire starters. So if that could help anybody out, or like I said, I just thought it was really cool. Recycle all the paper towel and toilet paper rolls, the dryer lint, so kind of saves money. Anyway, that's what we use for fire starters. Hi friends, it's Joyce from Deer Creek Homesteading. Today we're going to do something I think is super fun. We're going to seed save watermelon seeds. So I had a small watermelon that was left over in my garden. I cut it up and got the seeds out plus some juice. Going to need a mason jar, a lid, a knife, strainer, and some plastic wrap. So first off, what you want to do is you want to strain the juice into the mason jar. Okay, so I dumped the bowl of seeds and juice into the strainer. The juice fell to the bottom. The seed stayed inside the strainer. I'm going to take out some of this pulp here. Just get rid of it. Shake it down a little bit. Move it to the counter. You want to put in about 50-50 juice to water, just lukewarm water. Just eyeball it, doesn't have to be perfect. So that looks good to me. What we're doing is there's a protective coating on the watermelon seeds, and you're going to ferment them for 24 to 48 hours. Going to pour them back into the mason jar. You can see they're all kind of sticky and stuck together. That's the coating we want to get off. They say if the seeds aren't viable or aren't going to work, they'll float to the top right away. So I'm going to add the rest of these seeds into the mason jar, and then we'll take a look and see if there's any seeds that are floating. If that's the case, you probably want to get rid of them right away. Okay. Nope, they all sunk to the bottom. That's great news. I'm just going to swirl this around, try to get the juice and the water kind of mixed together. There might be one floating. Let's take a look. Yep, there's one floating in there. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, now we're going to take some plastic wrap, cover the mason jar, put the ring on the mason jar, and just screw it on there, you know, hand tight. Doesn't have to be super tight. We're not canning or anything. All right, once that's screwed on, we're going to poke holes in the top, just like that. I think I'll sit it in the windowsill and then I'll check it after 24 hours. The water's gonna smell. It's fermenting, so that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just what it's supposed to do. Once we've fermented the seeds, we're gonna rinse them real well. All right, so here are the seeds in the windowsill. We'll come back tomorrow and check and see. They shouldn't be slimy or slippery anymore. That means that protective coating is off and we can go ahead and start drying them. So I'm gonna stop for now, come back tomorrow, and we'll finish the process. Thanks, friends. Okay guys, so it's been 48 hours and I checked the seeds. You just wanna make sure that that slimy coating is off them, and it feels like it is. It feels kind of rough. So I'm gonna do now. Take the watermelon seeds, drain them in the strainer. Run some water over them to rinse them real good. You want to rinse them pretty good. Just going to run my hands through and make sure all that slimy stuff is off. Shake them around a little bit. Dump them on this little paper plate with some paper towel down to absorb the excess moisture, the water. I'm going to tap it with the paper towel. All right, I'm gonna let them sit there and drain a little bit, and then I'm gonna get a different plate and a different paper towel, spread them out so they're not touching, and then sit them to dry. Probably, I'll check them daily. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a couple of days or a week. I just want them nice and dried out, and then I'm gonna put them in an envelope or a baggie and just seed save them for next spring. So that's how you seed save watermelon seeds. Thanks for watching. Please check us out on Facebook, Deer Creek Farm. Thanks. Have a good night.